Hey guys, I'm here listening to the playback of the clips that I shot tonight, and I want to apologize in preparation for you hopefully sitting through the whole thing of this video. The audio quality in spots is kind of weird. I don't know why this Google Pixel 4 XL decides to just randomly make weird noises and stuff like that, like shh type of noises. Um, so I apologize for that. I'm looking into a new camera or getting a new phone or something like that, like a replacement. But it's not extremely bad, so hopefully you can bear with it. If not, I understand. Um, but without further ado, here's the video. How we doing, everyone? Good to see you again. I can't see you. I'm just looking in the camera, but nevertheless, it's great to be recording. I gotta be honest. I think we're on day 5 now, and it's a Monday evening. I did not want to do all the setup and everything like that I've gone through. You can notice I'm in a different place as well, a different part of the house here. I'm in the basement. And I didn't want to do all this because truthfully, most of my Monday today was me like sleeping and laying in bed because I don't know who got me sick. I'm looking at you, Amanda. But um, my stomach has just been killing me today. I don't know. It kind of goes up and down. Not really like a bleh sick, but it just hurts. A lot of pain or whatever. But it has subsided since I've been kind of moving around and like I said, setting everything up and everything. So I'm happy about that. And we're going to get into just the rundown of everything that I did today because I still got a decent amount of stuff done. I was home all day, so I was able to do a lot of thinking during this time. Like I didn't really do a lot of actionable stuff, didn't have any real meetings or anything, but a little bit of progress is better than none. So let's run through it real quick. So the first thing that I did, very nominal, but it kind of parlays off of what I did yesterday with my lights. The housing of my lenses, the lenses on the Civic lights, ridiculously foggy. I don't know what has happened over the years, but I bought a little restoration kit. I will leave a link in this description, and when I get it, I will let you know. I'll touch on that to see how that works. It was just a couple bucks, so hopefully it's decent and it just kind of solves it, makes them a little more brighter because I can't see at night, so that's important. The next thing that I want to talk about, and the thing that I would say was probably like a big breakthrough today, was all kind of like circled around fueled by progress. So for those of you that don't know, and I have not made this video yet, that is very important to kind of explain sort of the ecosystem that I'm building. For those of you that are unaware, fueled by progress is a brand that I've created. I came up with that phrase. I'm in the process of doing everything that it takes to kind of get that up and running. I have, secured, the domain names, social medias, all that sort of stuff. I've started a podcast already. I think we're about 30 episodes in of just me, but we'd look to expand that into guests and all this other stuff. So at its core, the reason that it was started was because I wanted to make a clothing brand and like an apparel, sportswear type of things that I wear. Everforward Max Tuning is huge inspiration in that regard. So that was the original plan that I did. But I figured, you know what, there's more to Fueled by Progress, at least for me. I think that it's something that I truly live by. It's my mantra. Even today, I wanted to get things done. I wanted to keep going. So because it's something that drives me, I didn't want it to be just clothing or merchandise or whatever. And I also thought that I know some people, especially recently I've connected with some people in the clothing merchandise space, and it's not cheap. If you're gonna do things like Printful and just put some designs on t-shirts, it's not bad, I guess, and they do a lot of the shipping for you. But if you want inventory, there's a lot that goes with that. I'm not sure if I'm obviously not at that step now. I don't know what the future will hold, but it's something that's interesting to me, and I would love to do it someday. That being said, it's not the right time. So what I've done is I'm establishing the brand, wanting to get some awareness behind it, and then I will do things like maybe clothing, merchandise, and all that sort of stuff. So what I've done is I've started the podcast using Anchor.fm. Great platform, can't hype it up enough. No problems whatsoever. Everything has been free. It's ridiculous. There's got to be a catch somewhere, but I haven't found one yet. So It's crazy. You put your I'll do maybe a separate video on this or something, but I don't want to go too far into it. But basically, I've used that platform to build up this podcast. It's available everywhere if you search Fueled by Progress on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere. Or if you go to fueledbyprogress.com, that's really the main thing that I was working on today. I've had a lot of the other things in the incubator and continuing to move forward. What I was looking at today was I wanted to redo the website a little bit. So there wasn't really much there. Obviously, it's pretty brand new, but I wanted a place to direct people because I'm about at like 100 plays. I think I might have mentioned that as well on the podcast or the vlog yesterday. But I want to get it to a point where you can go to fueledbyprogress.com and you can see everything that you would need to know, right? So where to listen, where to follow, eventually the merchandise and things like that. Obviously, I have to put on my Find It Tech hat to build that. And I don't know, I really like the ecosystem that I'm building, and that's just one piece of it. Like I said, I was looking into that today, and that was on the technical side. And then I started to feel a little wishy-washy as far as the stomach thing went. So it's kind of like, I kind of put that on the back burner. If you go there right now, it's probably not that great. Kind of just left that, but again, not a lot of traffic, not super concerned. But what I did after that, and what I was looking into was, and this will all be covered in the specifically a right way to build a business in Pennsylvania, like the course that I'm putting out there. So I had this idea, and to this point, I have set up 5 LLCs by myself. So like through the process that you go through in Pennsylvania specifically, but it's probably similar in most other places. I've set up 5 LLCs. When you set up an LLC, that's registering it with the state, the company with the state. Then the next thing you have to do is register with the IRS if you want to get bank accounts, EIN numbers, like all that sort of stuff. So I have done that, I think 3 times, 2, maybe 3 times, and out of the 5. So I have 2 more left to go. The one is kind of on the back burner, so that's not important. But the 4th one is Fueled by Progress. So one thing that I wanted to do today was because the income streams for Fueled by Progress are going to be things like potentially YouTube ads if we film the podcast, put them up there, generate ad revenue, things like that. That's a little further off. But things that are already making nominal fees are podcast sponsorships. So when you listen to the podcast, you'll hear a little ad. That makes money. Merchandise, obviously, in the future. Things like that. Any affiliates, all that sort of stuff. Sponsorships, what have it. So with those being the income streams, all those different things there, then what I'm going to need to do, obviously, like I have for the other businesses, is open a business checking account, potentially get a business credit card, and you can't do that without getting an EIN number, which I haven't done yet, like I said. So it's registered as an LLC, it's an actual company in the state of Pennsylvania, but it's not registered with the IRS. So what I did today was I was thinking, all right, well, I'm going to go onto the irs.gov website or whatever it is, right, and apply for an EIN number. And I was like 75% of the way through, and I was thinking, wait a second. There's a lot of people probably that don't know how to do this. There might be other YouTube videos, but I like to give my personal spin on it. It'll help with content on this channel, and it'll be another cool idea to kind of break up these vlogs. So I literally exited out of the IRS website, and I was like, okay, so I'm going to make a video on this. I did not make that video today, unfortunately, because of my status, but that's something that's going to be coming up soon. So potentially tomorrow, I don't know, I'm going to do my first video where I kind of share my screen, have myself as well, and do a walkthrough of how to do that. Because like I said, I've done it before, I should just do it again. And and there's a reason to do it. So that's even a better thing when you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone like that, I think. So that, and then if I ever register another LLC, I think that would be good content. So that's what a lot of today was. It was going through different things that I thought would be cool content ideas, things that I need to do, ways that I can share those with people. On that same note, I use for my 2 businesses that I have bank accounts through. I don't have one EIN. One business has an EIN, no business account. But the 2 businesses that I have business checking accounts through, I use PNC. So PNC Bank is one of the first banks that I started to use personally. So I was like, well, they have a business banking account. I live in Pittsburgh. There's branches all over the place. Let me just go there. So I did that with those banks, and it's been okay. It's a normal brick and mortar bank. Today I did a lot more research on actual business accounts and what what the differences are. There's actually more of a movement now, it seems like, for online only business checking and the sort. So I was thinking, well, I use Ally Bank, for personal stuff as well, and that's completely online. So let me think about this. Let me think. Maybe I'll use a, sort of a competitor in a way, but on the business side for Fueled by Progress. I figured there's probably not a lot of chance that I'll need cash or checks or anything like that. It's going to be a lot of e-commerce based and just like direct deposit from sponsors and things like that. So I looked into that, and there's a couple companies that I saw. One is Aslo, another one is Novo. Now this right here is the key as far as another piece of content, because there's not that much information out there on these companies. And if I could walk through another video that you're hearing it first, what's going to happen is I'm going to walk through the setup of starting and getting into a Aslo banking account, business banking account specifically. I don't think I'm going to use Novo. I think I'm going to use Aslo from what I saw, but we'll see. If I end up using both at one point or something like that, we'll see how it goes. But that's really what I want to do is, as I move forward through things and experience through things, I want to put that out there to you guys, because I don't want you to make the same mistakes or anything like that. If I see something's messed up, then I want to tell you, and then so you don't have to make that mistake. Looking at my notes here, what else do we have? So as far as the other stuff, I was looking through like the finances for QuickBooks and everything for Find a Tech, and that's how I got onto that topic. Later in the day, I had a call with a client that we're building a website for, and we were kind of going through a bunch of different ins and outs. The best way that you can, putting the Find a Tech hat on here and the web development hat, the best way that you can kind of lead your clients or work with them is to make sure that they understand that it's their project, right? I can't build the website for you. You're not paying me, or not paying me, or whatever. We're not working together for me to do the whole thing for you, in a sense, right? You've got to have a vision, some sort of a vision in mind, because it's your business, it's your baby, right? So I can only recommend so much, I can only design so much, but at the end of the day, there's got to be some input. And with this client especially, it's tremendous, but it's just something that I definitely want to echo in any of the content geared towards web development, because it's tough. People, there's people don't fully understand the value, and I put most of the blame on myself. You have to be able to properly communicate that and get it to a point where it makes sense to say, okay, yeah, I'm willing to pay this much money for you to do this for me, and all that sort of stuff. So it's coming as well. Find a Tech is always going to be something that's very traditional for me, and something that's very one-to-one as far as the revenue and everything goes. So I'm excited. It's going well. Can't complain. Last thing that I want to touch on is I was talking to a couple of friends of mine that are in the real estate investing space. They're just getting in there, and like our little friend group and a couple other people. There is if anybody watches this before March 28th in the Pittsburgh area or beyond, there is a summit, like basically a big networking event where there's keynote speakers and everything like that, hosted by Piper Creative. And Piper Creative is a media company in Pittsburgh who I had the pleasure to meet with their CEO, Aaron Watson, the other day. Great dude, tremendous vision. He's really building the company up. Just 2 years old, the company, and they have made extreme strides in like not just building up businesses media, producing content for all their clients and everything like that. But on this, like another thing that they do is they put on this event. I think it's the third one, and it's called the Going Deep Summit. It's hosted here in Pittsburgh on March 28th from 9 to 3:30. I will be in attendance there. I actually got fun fact, I actually got an invitation with another group of entrepreneurial friends that they're going around that same time. There is a Gary Vee and Tom Bilyeu, I think that's how you say his name, event out in Las Vegas. I was on the fence, but I don't think that it's the right time for me to go out there and do all that sort of stuff. But that should be a great event too. This probably isn't the biggest place that you'll hear those announcements, but I will be at the Going Deep Summit on March 28th. Very excited about it. Hopefully we can meet a lot of new new faces in the Pittsburgh area. There's probably a whole section, I'm sure, of entrepreneurial minded individuals that just live right in my backyard that I've never met with, don't know about, could probably provide a lot of quality value to me, and I can do the same for them. So I'm very excited about all that. Um, and that's pretty much it. As far as today, like I said, to wrap it up very briefly, it's kind of a scratch day from getting things done perspective, but again, you're always going to have that. Not every day is going to be a blast. You're not going to get a million things done, but just a little bit. That's really what I'm working on. That's what I'm working on specifically through these vlogs, is that I don't even care if nobody watches them. Like, I would love for people to watch them, right? But I know they're not super entertaining. There's not a lot of crazy film work here, editing or anything like that. So it's just me making a documentation of my life, what I'm doing day-to-day basis, and then we sprinkle in the other content that actually provides value and like real value on specific things, and we go from there. But I'm extremely excited for what's to come, and that's been it. It was a great day overall. Every day is a great day as long as you're, alive and living, because I'm really starting to actually believe that and care about that, because I get to wake up and do whatever I want, and I know it's just in the forward direction. So that's all I got. It's about 11 o'clock. I should get to sleep. Hopefully, this sickness is completely gone when I wake up tomorrow morning. But like I said, I'm feeling pretty good, and I will see you guys tomorrow. As always, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, ring the little bell. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, throw them down in the comment section below. And thank you again. I will talk to you guys in the next one.